Well, first we want to say, listen to your conversation. You can't find an answer unless you present the question. The question just remains really active in you for year after year after year after year. Then your experience remains a response to the question that's active. So you have to find a way of moving off the problem, and that's what the unconditional part will do. Can you feel how that all fits together? So you just described a condition that you keep active because you keep observing it. It's like a vicious cycle. It's true. Are you asking me to not notice something that is true? Yes. We're asking you to take your attention off true things that you don't want to keep making true in your experience. Because you observe it, and then you offer the vibration of it, and then of course the universe will deliver it to you over and over and over again. So you tell us again, succinctly, the condition that needs to change so that you can feel love. I need to find my true love in order to what? So are you saying to us that a condition needs to change? There needs to be somebody there that is that object of your attention to which you feel that love before you can feel that love. You can't get there from there because the vibration that you've got going on is preventing you from getting there. So you have to shift something. So if the condition is, you need to be there so that I can love you, and since you're not there, I can't love you. Once the condition shifts, then I will have a response to the condition. Isn't that what you're saying? You don't want it to be what you're saying, but it is really obvious that it's what you're saying. I need this condition to be different so that I can have a different conditional response to it. Because the universe doesn't hear what you say, the universe hears what you mean. I need this to be different so that I can feel different about it. That's what you're saying. Since that doesn't work, then is it possible for you to feel the way you want to feel before the person shows up? So let's focus on the love that you want to feel for someone. So just use some words. What does it feel like? What does that love feel like? It feels a bit like security. It feels like appreciation. It feels like appreciating. It feels like being appreciated. It feels like stability. It feels like respect. It feels like fun. It feels like spontaneity. It feels like cleverness. It feels like humor. It feels like life. It feels like zest. It feels sensual. It feels like being alive. It feels like eagerness. It feels just right. It feels like home. It feels like well-being. It feels like fun. It feels like stability. It feels like appreciation. It feels like appreciating. It feels like spontaneity. It feels like being on vacation. It feels like home. It feels like comfort. It feels like honoring. It feels like honesty. It feels like home. It feels like well-being. It feels like who I am. It feels like love. It feels like source. It feels like clarity. It feels full. No wonder you want it. Doesn't it feel like all of that? And can you get on an emotional rampage like that without generating some of those feelings within yourself unconditionally? And what we're saying is, do that for a little while, and someone who matches that, they're already on your path, but you'll realize it because you will be in the frequency that allows you to zig and zag and rendezvous. You can realize everything that you want in a relationship now. You have to put up with things that are missing, because when you put up with things that are missing and observe things that are missing, that conditional awareness of things that are missing holds you in a place of not allowing what you really want to come. We don't want you to put up with what you don't want. We want you to find a way to find vibrational accord with what you do want. What could I say or do to shift the momentum that has been underway for a while? So this is the sentence that we want you to hear. I'm going to stop beating up on myself for my natural law of attraction response to the situation that I'm in right now. I'm going to stop beating up on myself for my natural law of attraction response to the momentum that is underway right now. Because your path, that momentum is your path, and where you are is all right. And in the absence of that self-condemnation, you're going to find some vibrations that are going to allow you to see some things that you haven't been allowing yourself to see. If you have practiced, I'm a nice person and I like to feel good, and feeling good is who I am, and I was born to feel good, and Source adores me, and I want to feel good, and I'm making my way, and I'm figuring this out, and everything's unfolding, and I'm never going to get it done, and I can't get it wrong, and everything's working out for me, and I'm figuring it out as I go along, and I'm feeling better every day, and I like getting control of my vibrational frequencies, and I love knowing about these emotions, and I'm finding my way into unconditional love. And there are conditions that I don't like, but I don't have to focus on them. And it doesn't mean put my head in the sand. It means distract myself from the details of the condition and focus upon the general essence of why the condition is important to me. I can find a vibrational alignment with who I am. And as I find a vibrational alignment with who I want, everything will show up. And in the meantime, things are showing up. Things are working out for me. I'm doing better than I'm giving myself credit to. I need to lighten up. I need to give myself a break. Here and now, my Source is flowing to me. Am I letting it in? I could let it in. I could let Source in. I could let someone who really loves me in right now. You keep yourself in that neutral place where you're not feeling unhappiness about the current reality as it exists. As you're able to do that, then things can move easily in giving you what you ultimately want. But the most important thing is every step along the way is a joyful step for you. You have no pain in the interim before the relationship develops. So this we promise to you. As you use this person as the example of what you're reaching for in your vortex, and hold yourself completely and purely in vibrational alignment with the love you feel for that person when you are in your vortex, and you are able to distract yourself when worrisome or troublesome or lonely or even angry thoughts come up as things are not moving along as quickly as you'd like them to. As you're able to go general, go general, go general, and stay in the vortex, in the vortex, in the vortex, either this relationship will morph into what you're asking for that you have certainly put into your vortex, or another one equal or greater will come to you. It is not possible for you not to receive the fullness of what you want. But we want all of you to understand that the fullness of what you want sometimes is not in the manifestation that you have identified. The fullness of what you want has been inspired by the details that you have identified. In other words, if you can trust that all you want is alive and well and waiting for you, and that the entire universe is working to bring you into alignment with it, then your joy can start today, and you can find the fulfillment. Soften your attention to things that don't feel good while you increase your attention to things that do feel good, so that you train your vibration upward into vibrational harmony with what you've already put into your vortex. There is nothing that you cannot accomplish. There is nothing that you cannot be or do or have. And all of it as it comes to you will give you the richness of the feeling that all along you knew was in it. But your work is to create the feeling in yourself even before you have the relationship. You have to find the feeling place. You have to deconstruct the manifestations that don't please you until you get right down to the heart of the feeling. And then from the feeling, from the inside out, build that feeling outward. And it is our promise to you. The universe will yield to you the details that match that feeling in spades. The universe will give you never-ending resources to keep that feeling alive and active within you. So by looking for the things that are working in your life, and thereby ignoring the things that are missing in your life, you begin to develop a vibrational habit that the universe begins to respond to. You can take one thing in your life that is working and use it as the basis of your conversations, basis of the things that you think about, the basis, the nucleus of that which you vibrate forth from, and that one thing that is working will blossom into everything that is working. Because everything is vibrational, and everything that is vibrational is emotional, and everything that is emotional is basic. So when you get to the basics of love, when you get to the basic of trust, when you get to the basis of well-being, when you get to the basis of love, when you get to the basis of source, what happens is all the details that you've been living and asking for then begin coming to that basis, you see. I let nothing trouble me. I decided that I am supposed to feel good. And I looked for the handful of things that did feel good, and I talked about them incessantly. And when I came across something that was missing, I suffered not at all. Instead, I went so general, so general, so general that I made it irrelevant to my experience. I made everything that wasn't pleasant irrelevant to my experience. I made everything that was missing irrelevant to my experience. And I made one thing that was always reachable, always approachable to me. I made the one and only thing that I have control over, I made that one thing relevant. How I feel right now, 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 how I feel right now. And how you feel right now is certain. How you feel right now is sure. How you feel right now is invincible. How you feel right now is worthy. How you feel right now is sure. You feel sure and confident and worthy and knowing, you see. And all we did is just ramble a little while in the vortex of creation, you see.